Students learn to work independently and take responsibility when they are asked to make choices. The opportunity to make choices and express their learning in their own voice also helps to increase students' educational engagement.
Once we started doing our documentary, we were like, okay, we got it. We're gonna do our own thing. Like we don't need you to tell us what to do. We got it. We're doing what you want. Like, so I guess I did transition to being liked having more voice and choice. Like, I took advantage of that when I could.
I definitely didn't expect it to be like this. I thought it was going to be like every other class I'd ever taken where I had a rubric and we had a big project and they were like, okay, this is what we want it to be and this is what we're grading you on. And so the documentary, not having a rubric, like a specific, okay, this is what I'm looking for, it was really hard for me. But I like these two girls said, I learned a lot and I actually kind of enjoy being able to be creative and kind of like do my own thing a little bit. So that was
I feel like this is the only class where it's been like okay to make mistakes. Mm-hmm. Like, cause I feel like it's kind of taught into us like from pre-K until like we're in high school. Like you have to get every answer right. You have to constantly perfection. Yeah, and it makes it to the point where you're like paralyzed because you're like, I don't want to get the answer wrong. I'm not gonna raise my hand and get like.
You don't want to be wrong.
I'm not going to be laughed at.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas here it's like, you know, like we've all made mistakes and it's like it's okay. We learn from them and then like we move on, and you know it's like taking you know, one of the habits of mine taking reasonable risks. You know, you have to be able to do that.
So whenever we first started the PBL, not the PBL, the documentary, I was just like, how do you want us to do it? And you know, what are we supposed to do? And it was just kind of like wherever we wanted to take it. So it took me a while to even be able to get started with it because I didn't even know how to handle having that much freedom with it.
Right, and like in my previous classes we never had like, I mean we always had something to go off of, like we had examples and they would pretty much tell us exactly what they wanted, but in this class we had a lot of voice and choice and which was really new to me, so it kind of like
That's what we're trying to do more in classrooms. Instead of having to sit and get, we need to have the voice and choice, and that's what I think we wanted for our students, was to make sure that they had as much voice and choice.
Like every like project I've ever done has been like, okay class, we're gonna do like a paper and it's gonna be over this topic and it was all teacher directed. I've never been able to just like really choose.
Yeah.
Like, and if I did, it was always like a list of like
Always
very like
this.
specific
Always.
things, and I was just
Always.
like, do I have to do any of these? Like,
Yeah. I don't ever remember having the opportunity to choose anything in my education.
It felt great because it's like
Yeah.
you can finally do it like on your own without any like teacher directed. This is how it's gonna be and this is how it is, you know. So we had like the liberty of choosing like the way we want it and the way we want it for them too, because it's student voice and choice, which I think it's the best thing ever.